stuffy, old, gray-haired men, that's a likely image that pops up when most of us think about what a politician looks like. In many cases, this is true, but it's not the complete picture. There's a growing number of women getting into politics, and as you'll see, they look nothing like most of their coworkers. From Lebanon to Canada, Italy to Japan, these women have worked at all levels of government, and they are definitely some of the sexiest politicians in the world. Nicole Manetti. This dental hygienist turned politician made big headlines when she hitched her wagon to controversial Italian Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi. Manetti became the focus of the media when she went on trial for helping to procure women to attend parties put on by the now ex-Prime Minister. She was also investigated for making fraudulent claims while in office. All of this time in the court did not go unnoticed, and there are more than a few photos of the 31-year-old looking extremely sexy before being handed a 3-year sentence. Alina Kabeva. From 2007 to 2014, we bet some of the guys working in the Russian Duma had a hard time concentrating on their work. You see, during this time, the Russian government was joined by Alina Kabeva. As if she wasn't already sexy enough, Kabeva was a former Olympic gold medal-winning gymnast and cover model for Vogue and Maxim magazines. At one point, there were even strong rumors that Vladimir Putin couldn't resist Kabeva and was thinking of leaving his wife, something both denied afterwards. Maria Rosaria Carfagna. You only need to take one look at Italian-born Maria Rosaria Carfagna to understand why she makes this list. Before getting into politics, Carfagna was both a showgirl and model, most notably on Italian television. She entered Italian politics in 2004 and has been involved ever since. Often considered one of the sexiest politicians around, the now 40-year-old even survived her time in office while Silvio Berlusconi was prime minister. All the more amazing considering she was allegedly caught in a phone tap scandal, having rather naughty conversations with the ex-prime minister. Srita Jaja. Even in her late 40s, Srita Jaja remains 100% sexy. This Lebanese MP got her start in a very precarious way. Born in Ghana, she became politically active in Lebanon after her husband's arrest in 1994. A member of parliament since 2005, it's obvious that Jaja stands out from the rest of her political co-workers. Whether dressed for work or a night out, the cameras always seem to be following her and proving time and time again that she is one sexy politician. Orly Levy. She served in the Israeli Air Force, been a model and television host, and even attained a law degree. Orly Levy proves that women can not only have brawn, beauty, and brains, but can navigate the minefield of politics as well. You may not agree with her right-wing political views, but there's no doubt that this 42-year-old is definitely upping the sex appeal of the Israeli National Legislature. Teresa Ferris. There was a time decades ago when Sinn Féin was associated with the IRA and political bombings. Today, thanks to Teresa Ferris, the party has given a whole new meaning to the term political bombshell. She's been in politics since a young age and has held positions including mayor and county councillor. Sure, she has made some controversial statements during her time in office, but we're not going to let that affect her position on this list. Ruby Dalla. From 2004 to 2011, the Liberal Party of Canada probably had one of its sexiest members ever. Ruby Dalla is a Winnipeg native who has tried her hand at acting and even beauty pageantry. While she definitely turned a few heads during her time in office, Dalla was also at the center of a scandal which hurt her reputation. In 2014, she announced she was backing away from politics, which may have been a good thing. After all, with Dalla and Justin Trudeau, that's just too much sexy for one political party to handle. Yuri Fujikawa. This Japanese politician was once described as being too beautiful to be in politics. Yuri Fujikawa was a councilwoman for Hachinohe City and a member of Japan's Conservative Party. That's kind of funny because her behavior was anything but conservative. The 35-year-old has been caught by photographers leaving a hotel with a married man of another political party, as well as allegedly taking part in some softcore pornography. Eva Kali. The Greek government has recently had trouble keeping track of its money, and we think we know why. After all, how could you possibly remain focused on the job at hand with someone like Eva Kali working beside you? Kali started out as a news anchor and journalist on television. In addition to her looks, she has some brains too, as her degree in architecture and engineering prove. After several years in the Greek Parliament, this 37-year-old beauty currently finds herself working in the European Parliament. Vanja Hadzovic. We bet after seeing Vanja Hadzovic, there's going to be a few more guys interested in brushing up on Serbian politics. This advisor in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs looks more like a model you'd see in Maxim than someone guiding a nation's policy. That said, the 29-year-old got herself into a lot of hot water, with racy photo shoots and some leaked personal pictures, which attracted attention from across the globe. While her colleagues weren't impressed, we bet there was a spike in applications for diplomats asking to be posted to Serbia.